It's like you forget that it's somebody made that. You think like, oh, you just bought it from the store or whatever. It's like, no, somebody made that giant thing. You go to like a museum of like modern art. The art is like a 40-foot tall Q-tip, and you're like, that's stupid. But the guy had to make that, so it's kind of hard. But it is a stupid thing to make.
That's modern art.
Yeah, it's like here's a big dollar sign.
Grandiose stupidity.
Yeah. Like a paper clip that's like 10 tons or something. You know?
I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not really a fan of
Me
modern
neither,
art.
because it's like I need to think about the guy making the thing, and he was in his backyard.
Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Good Night Podcast. If this is your first time listening,
the podcast.
We're a cool Montreal podcast. We're based in Montreal today. We're in front of the dodo bird.
Yeah.
A very famous statue here in Montreal that no one knows about.
Is this a new statue?
We should have done more research. I saw it and I'm like, oh, I want to go record
I saw a reel. I saw a reel as well.
We're in the financial district of Montreal. We're surrounded by money and homeless people.
Money and laundering.
It's very... In front of us, there's a cube.
Yeah, what is
that? It's a glassy...
Is that where they keep the electricity?
I don't know. Do you know what this is? This is the bean in Chicago?
Yeah.
This is the Montreal bean. It's a square that you can see yourself in. The Montreal bean.
The bean. What is it?
Bean.
Where's in Chicago?
You know what I'm talking about? The bean?
Yeah, it's like that big thing.
Yeah.
And people put their
reflective
faces.
surfaces.
And then their face goes like... Whoa.
And you touch it, and the guy comes and cleans it. Like, can you stop putting your fingerprints all over the bean? It's the bean. It looks like a bean. Have you ever been to the bean?
Never been to Chicago.
It's a beautiful city.
I know. I really want to go.
I would say it's one of my favorite cities in America. I like it more than New York. That's how much I like it. I think I've been there twice.
Cool. Yeah, Chicago, it's on my place. It's on my list. It's on my bucket list.
I think I did comedy there.
Yeah?
I don't remember. I went there. Okay, so yeah. So when I started comedy and I had money and I had hair, I went to LA, I went to New York, and I went to Chicago. And I went to Chicago like right before Christmas.
So that's beautiful.
I could get really cheap hotels. I stayed at a nice hotel downtown, and I stayed
right
like a
before
few
Christmas?
days.
You think it would be more expensive?
Before Christmas, so people go on vacation like during Christmas. So it was like maybe the third week of December. No one's on vacation the third week. No, sorry, the second week of December.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
And I got a hotel for cheap downtown.
Yeah.
A lot of beautiful black people. There's a lot of black people.
So you know the Chicago is I think it's the birthplace of house music.
Oh. And Obama.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Let the beat drop.
It might be Detroit. I'm not sure. It might be one or the other.
That's another city I want to visit, Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of Lebanese people. There's a big Lebanese city.
They're everywhere.
Detroit. Yeah.
They're a big community.
Yeah.
I was looking up
I have a cousin, I think, that lives there.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. When did the Lebanese people come from Lebanon to North America?
Like, I guess the big diaspora was in the 80s, 90s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, during the wars.
Here's the thing you have in common with Anthony Bourdain. Remember when you were in Lebanon, you had to be transported back because the war broke out?
Yeah.
He was there also.
Really?
And he had to he went on a boat and he had to... But you had better than him because apparently weren't you with your like... ex-girlfriends like Saddam Hussein father or whatever. And he had to he was in the in the ocean with a boat for days. It was horrible.
Guillaume had to experience that. Did I ever tell you how? Okay, so for those who don't know, in 2006, I went to Lebanon. I traveled a lot with Guillaume. Mm-hmm. We went to like Spain and London, and then Morocco, then Egypt, then Lebanon, then Cyprus, then back to Lebanon. And during that time in 2006, a certain militia group of Lebanon, whose leader just passed away.
Peacefully in his sleep.
With his eyes closed.
And not screaming.
With eyes wide open. No, with a nice missile.
Yeah, missile. Right there.
So they decided to kidnap a couple of soldiers at the border with their neighbor. And whole war broke out, so we had to be evacuated because the airport got destroyed. So some people had to be evacuated. Like some people flew through Syria. Wow. So they took like a secret car.
Whoa.
They snuck in Syria, and then from Syria they took
That's
a plane.
Wild.
We didn't because I told you, I believe, that I was dating the daughter of a very important general in the Middle East, so we had like VIP access to
That's
everything.
cool.
So Guillaume's mom freaked out. She saw, oh my, because she was watching the news, so she was just seeing there's explosions. So she started calling, like the what do you call it?
The police.
The government. No, the government.
Interpol.
No, like you see, for example, you voted for you're from what's the name of your neighborhood?
Myland.
Myland. So who's the representative?
Oh, whatever her name is. Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
So
You're
she
my
said-
representative. Oh, you're my congressman.
The congressman, the equivalent of a congressman. It's not congressman, but the equivalent of congressman. So she started calling him every day, like, my son is in Lebanon,
Yeah.
go pick him up. My son is in Lebanon. Go
Wow.
And he got to travel first. So he left before us, but he left on a tiny, like Anthony
That's
Bourdain.
scary.
He left on a tiny boat, and he was telling me that when everybody got on the boat, like the Lebanese were celebrating, so they were drinking and having fun, and then the boat was like a fisherman's boat, so everybody got a little sick, and they started vomiting.
Oh no.
And it was just, it was
That is an
horrible.
experience, though.
He had he had salt from the sea all over
Yeah.
his face.
Wow.
He took a photo. I don't think I'll send it to me.
Does he
but
ever talk about that, or is he
It was-
just
it's
he just
just
locked
funny.
it up in his mind? He's like, I'll never bring that up again.
There's no PT. It's just funny.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad he probably thinks it's funny, because
He's like,
it would be
I got to
sad.
experience-" You know, it's not.
It's interesting.
No one died.
I know it's a
I
good.
mean, a lot of people died, but he didn't. And
But it's a
neither
good.
did I.
Let's say you're at a cocktail party. I'd bring that up third, fourth story in.
Oh, but dude, these are first to second date.
Yes. Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
I've been going to a lot of first dates recently.
Oh yeah.
And I realized
You have an
I
act.
have an act.
It's an act.
I have a first
right?
date act.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you do comedy? That's so cool. Oh, you're an aerospace engineer? Oh my god! And you quit it to pursue your dream? Oh!
And then insert like funny story of a mishap or something, and
gotta
it
follow
makes
your
you it
dream.
makes you endearing. You're like,
Yeah.
oh wow, he has imperfections and he's amazing. You know?
Wow, you're so deep and wide and sweet.
Wow. It's an act.
That's pretty much, yeah. Did you have an act?
I
when you
did.
was-
It didn't work on Claire. It didn't work
No.
on Claire.
Ah.
It worked on everybody else. Didn't work on Claire, and I married Claire. The end.
What were your stories?
It was like similar, you know. Oh, do comedy, cool, blah blah blah. I would tell because I was at university at the time, so I told like the story about how like I was messing with my professors and I was like a rebel, and the professors were like, "You can't do that, man," and I'm like, "I'll do it anyway," and I got an A, and then despite all that, and they're like, "Wow," and then and then I would tell like a mishap date, like I would ask her what her worst date was,
Yeah.
right, and she would tell me her worst date,
Yeah.
and I'd follow up with my queen, the MILF story with the
condom.
wallet.
Okay, the wallet. Okay.
Yeah, so I would tell it, and they'd be like, "Bah!" They would laugh so hard.
Would you do that?
I would like smack or something like that, you know. I would smack the table.
Interesting.
And-
Okay.
And so yeah, and they would, because their story would be like, the guy didn't show up, or
Yeah.
he's
he was weird and just.
and I'd be like, well, and then
It's so funny how we all develop.
yeah.
What's your guys? If you're listening, write in the comments. What's your first date act?
Act. Yeah, what's your act?
Yeah.
Sorry. I might need to look. Sorry, I'm getting.
Netflix. So I gotta look. I gotta.
I know. I thought I thought it was Petro. Anyway, sorry.
Gabriel is a super busy man, guys. I don't know. He's getting millions of views now.
But you know, my schedule this week, the most stupidest schedule I've scheduled ever. Like, it's too many. It was all like, you know what I bought?
What?
You know, in your phone you have a calendar app, right?
Yes.
It does not work for me. I look at the calendar app, all I see are dots and numbers. I'm like, where's the writing? I bought an actual calendar
Ooh.
to write in so I can
Wow.
see the thing. I look, you know, the calendar app, it just shows like, it's like there's something on that day, but I don't know what it is because it's a dot. I don't want to click
If you
it.
press, and also it gives you an alarm, like, hey, you have this at this time.
It's too like click.
So
I need
old school.
old school, and if I need to find out my schedule, I just text Claire and she look at it.
So you got a secretary. So basically,
I'm old school.
I bought a
baby.
calendar and a secretary. Yeah, my wife. Why would she work on her PhD solving big world water issues when she could just be my secretary?
Just look at the
That's
thing.
every man's dream, by the way.
Yeah.
Every man's successful man's dream
Mhm.
is that his wife, her boss.
Oh wow.
That's my dream. If like
Damn.
no, you can't
That'd be
call
pretty
another
good.
man a boss.
No.
No,
Yeah,
I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
You work for me. I'm gonna give you $200,000 a year.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, I'll be making $2 million,
I'll be working for her.
and she will be tax deductible.
Oh.
And yeah, I think
I
Sugar
like
Sammy
that.
had a joke about it because his girlfriend works for him,
Oh, that's.
and
the
I'm like,
best.
oh, that's a baller move.
That is baller.
You can't. You can't tell a woman like, hey, I want you to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah.
If she has a boss. No, listen, everything is taken care of.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
Boss.
I'm the boss.
Why is Bruce Springsteen called the boss? There's nothing bossy about him.
No? I don't know.
He's very like humble and quiet.
That's a good boss. I try to be a good boss. I learned from Bruce Springsteen how to be a good boss. Like I sometimes like I need to give you positive criticism, you or Joel, or like the few employees we have.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can I say it?
Yeah.
And that's just like you idiot.
Yeah.
I really think about it.
I'm also like I'm really bad with any criticism.
I know. Oh, you're telling me.
I get mad immediately. So Claire is learning how to deal with she's like, it's very, very, very good. Here's the one thing I would change. I'd be like, okay, as long as it's very, very, very good.
I need to speak with Claire then. I need to speak with your secretary. See how I can.
Because I used to be very good at controlling my feelings.
Yeah.
But as I get older, the more Greek I become.
Yeah, you're like, Look, you've always been snappy. You're Snappy Gabe. That's your nickname for me.
But in the early days.
You were snappier?
No, not snappy at all.
Before
I would hold it all in.
And now you're like, now you snap at everything. But now you're getting better. Or maybe I'm getting better at talking to you. And like, Gabe, we need to do this.
Yeah.
We need to this. It's I feel I'm role-playing life.
Yeah.
Do you feel that sometimes?
Oh, yeah. I'm always thinking about, like, I'm, like, 3Ding my mind and my environment.
And what I meant is that, like, nothing is important. So it's like I'm playing a game. Like, let's go. I'm like, you know what I mean? It's not real life. It's role-playing. Like, I'm role-playing. I'm a comedian. I'm role-playing. I have a podcast. I'm role-playing. I'm a businessman.
Dude, you're dissociating from your own body.
This is like, well, okay, let's role play. I'm running a festival, or I'm running a tour, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was watching.
Let's role play a fucking live podcast.
I watched like Sylvester Stallone on like Howard Stern, but like I think it was like 2002 or whatever. And then like they're talking about how like he was like broke for like until he was like 35 or whatever. And he wrote the movie Rocky, and he refused to he didn't want anybody else to play in it, right, other than him. And Howard Stern's like, how? Like, all this money coming, you would get, apparently at the time, he would get $350,000 at the time, which is like...
A lot.
In 1970, it was like almost like $1 million, let's say, you know? And he's like, listen, I was so used to being broke, I don't give a shit. What am I need? He said, like, if he saw someone else play the movie and it was good, he would kill himself. He'd be like, I'll just kill myself. What's the point?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm learning also, is that, you know the expression money? There's two types of money I'm learning. Where you're so rich, if something bothers you, just leave. Or keep your expenses so low that sometimes I do shows, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that show. I'm like, it's just 2-3% of my income. I can replace it easily with another source of income. So I'm like, but like lower capital, not that big capital, like low.
Yeah, it's like F you.
Lowercase, F you. F you. That's the secret. Is to just keep your expenses so low. Wow. I think, what's his face? Elon Musk. He said for a month or for a week he tried to live off $1 a day. And he says, I can do it. I'll be fine. Yeah. So now he just like, okay, I can take bigger risks. I can role play life. Let's open a boring company. Let's send people into space.
That's cool.
As long it's fun. I always feel like I need to learn. There's so much I want to learn. I don't have many mentors, business mentors. Yeah,
I know, right? There's nobody to teach you other than yourself, or you like read a book on a guy that's dead 20 years. And
Seneca and that other guy, a few pearls from Greece. But it's just
Pentelis.
Like I'm learning now. Like there's things I want, and I thought it was anxiety that was causing me. Now my anxiety shifted. Before my anxiety was like, damn, it's just anger. I'm like, how can I get this? Why can't I get this? Now it's. Okay, like what's the strategy I need to apply to get this? So I'm in bed and I'm just thinking, okay, I could do this and then do that and then do this to get what I want. Like, sorry guys if this is boring for anybody. If you're a small business owner, drop a comment. How do you guys deal with this?
Come hit
us
up.
Do you just drink? Are you a drinker? Do you drink your anxiety away?
That's funny. I'm very good at not drinking. I wasn't gonna drink today, but I might not drink. Claire was like, "You should bring a drink with you. You seem very stressed." And I was like, "It's not." And I even said like, "No, everyone won't want me to drink on the podcast."
I said I don't want you to drink on the podcast.
Just no now.
Oh, now you're not allowed to. Put it in a mug if you want to drink.
Oh.
Just don't open like a bottle of whiskey and go.
Can I drink?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Just put it in the mug.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's all.
But also, it was an excuse for me not to drink. But now I have an excuse to drink. This is the beer I stole from. Oh, so guys, I'm officially an influencer.
Yeah,
And-
Gabe is at that hangry guy.
Yeah, whatever that. I might change it. Who knows? But
That hangry guy.
it doesn't matter. There's a picture of my
It's not
face
Gabriel.
somewhere.
Do not dare call
Yeah.
him Gabriel. Gabe refuses to associate his own name with us.
I'm thinking of deleting my Gab Omassi account and creating a new account called Gabriel Omassi Comedy.
Okay. But you have like 6, 7 right now.
I know. I need to delete. You know, I'm trying to delete these accounts.
You need to
Instagram won't let you.
You need to delete at least one that you never use.
I need to delete. Dude, I need to delete so many. I tried deleting the one that's, oh, it's true, I already have a Gabriel Omassi one.
Yeah.
Jesus. I tried deleting it. It won't. Instagram doesn't believe it's me. It's like, prove it. And I'm like, this is the password. Like, you can't delete it. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, and I'm trying to delete. Like, I
Can you pour your beer? There's people leaving their job. They're going to drink at their home.
They're going to do happy hour at TGI Fridays with their.
Oh my God. Aren't you happy you don't have those type of jobs?
No. Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah. Wait.
Well, I mean, I know some people who thrive, who have no interest in, like, they just like doing one thing. I guess I'm just not one of those people.
No. I like doing things hard and suffery.
Oh, you're an artist. You know, I have a theory about suits. In my mind, we're all slaves. There's a few pharaohs in this world, and we are all slaves.
Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
And the upper slaves, like the kings, like the you know, there's different level of slaves.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
top
the
level,
casts.
the caste, and the top level of slaves wear suits
Whoa.
because they're like. Because
Yeah.
after them, the people who really control, they don't care about.
No.
They wear a suit because if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg is in a t-shirt and short because he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not a slave. I can wear
He's
whatever I want.
single-handedly keeping white culture alive. He's
He's so
doing.
cool.
He's doing like. What's the? He's doing surf. You know.
Let me
Oh,
finish-
sorry.
let me
Yeah.
finish
Sorry, I'm
my
very
theory. And the suit was like, okay, you're gonna be like, you showcase that you're an upper class slave.
Yeah.
Showcase it. What beautiful suit that accentuates your shoulders and your
Mhm.
body. But if you're forced to wear a suit,
Yeah.
you're a slave.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not paying attention.
I am.
I'm talking out of. I'm talking to a wall
I'm
right now.
smelling like all of a sudden. Like there's so much
I don't
shit.
know, you just chugged half a liter of beer. Your brain is not working.
No, I get it. No, you're right. They're the highest level. They're forced to wear a suit. What about judges? They need to wear in Canada. They need to wear the weird curls. That's a bad slave.
They're not all Jewish.
No, what did I say? Did I say
Curls?
Jews?
No, judges.
Judges. Okay.
You said curls.
Ah, okay.
So in my mind, I imagine like that.
Dude, my brain is like mixing. I was like leaving. Oh, I went to a punk rock concert
Did you
yesterday.
Coke in the like 10 minutes, like because in the car he was like yeah. Gabe was in his yeah mode. Yeah mode. Gabe is just.
It's because I was
not paying attention to anything. And now he's
it was the
hyperactive.
first time I interacted with somebody. It was
Give
you.
me some beer. Forget my diet. I need to deal with you. Thank you. Hey, L'chaim.
Italian beer.
No, L'chaim with the mug.
Oh, L'chaim.
Let's take a photo so we can.
L'chaim. I went to a punk rock concert yesterday.
Whoa! Yeah, I saw the stories.
Holy Christ.
Macaroni. Tell me
That
more.
was so. Petro was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm busy." He's like, "Come to the concert." I'm like, "No." He's like, "I'll whatever. I'll pay for it." I'm like, "All right." So I go, and I've never seen this band ever, and I love that venue, Metropolis. Oh, like all you need to say is Metropolis and dancing, and it's like, dude, it was crazy. It was like it. So it's not punk rock. It's dance punk rock. So there's synths and and then like it's like melodic, so hardcore. It's just two guys on stage. One guy's a drummer and singer, and the other guy is a bass player that plugs his bass into a guitar amp.
So it's like punk Chromeo.
Yeah. Dude.
Hey, kiddo.
Oh damn.
Hide the beer. Put it in the back, please.
Oh yeah. And
so cute.
little baby. And then people were like crowd surfing, and I saw a lady do like a flip on a guy, kick a guy in the head. Yeah, it was fun. They were at the concert.
There's like two emos right now. Take a photo. There's two emos taking photos of them in the.
I think they're Japanese.
No, they're emo.
They watch too much Death Note.
They're emo. This is emo, no? Isn't that emo?
I think it's goth.
Goth.
You know what emo is?
It's fashion goth.
Emo is high school goth. Oh
emo
no,
is like pimply goth.
It's like it's like bad
Because
clothes.
they're skinny.
They're like wearing like I bet their outfit is like super expensive.
You're right. They're either Japanese or vampires. But we can see their reflection.
Oh,
Ergo, they're Japanese.
They're Konnichiwa.
This is how.
Konnichiwa. Oh, jeez.
How like they've been staring.
Maybe
at
they think
themselves
they're in
for
Chicago.
Like 6 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. They've been staring at themselves for like how long? You think they're gonna take another one? You see, that's what I like. Like a Japanese fashion. It's so nice.
I wish I was that slick. They're very slick.
Yeah.
They're pretending they're fat now.
Yeah. By the way, we're gonna continue talking about them till they're stop looking at themselves. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how.
I wish I could.
How many hours a day can you stare at? Like how many minutes in a row can you stare at yourself in the mirror?
I don't know. Not that long. I try to like hide mirrors for myself.
Set a timer, by the way, when they got there. I want to see how long will it happen.
Oh, they're done.
Oh, they're done. We'll see. Wait, because they changed sides. They went from the short
they're
side
obsessed.
to the long
it's
side.
Like
oh, they're still
they're
there.
like they don't allow us to look in mirrors in China.
What?
They don't allow us to look in mirrors in China. Like there's no sense of self.
We are the republic.
It's like flags over the mirrors, like Chinese flags. Just
it's Ching Mao. What's his name? No.
Ho Chi Minh.
No, is that no? That's
that's the name of like a city.
Yeah,
I think
Ho Chi Minh,
Vietnam.
Vietnam. No, it's Emperor Qin.
Oh,
they're still entertaining, guys. They haven't left. And wait, now.
And they're gone.
They're gone. That was a good 3 minutes.
That was wild. But you know what? When I'm with Claire, we walk around and we see like. I bet if I was here with the dodo, me and Claire would like look at it and we'd like. Claire's also like a bit of a rebel. She will go under the thing and then touch it, and then come back.
It's okay to go touch it. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's like caution tape. It's like maybe there's quicksand.
Because I think it got popular again for some reason. People have been coming.
Oh.
And they're like, okay, we need to stop people. We'll go there. We'll take photos next to it. We'll post it.
It looks pretty good, actually.
It's a nice dodo.
It's like you forget that it's somebody made that. You think like, oh, you just bought it from the store or whatever. It's like, no, somebody made that giant thing. And it's fun. You go to like a museum of like modern art, right? And it's like a giant. It's like the art is like a 40-foot tall Q-tip, and you're like, that's stupid. But the guy had to make that, so it's kind of hard. But it is a stupid thing to make. But it's like,
I think
hard.
That's modern art.
Yeah, it's like here's a big dollar sign.
Grandiose stupidity.
Yeah.
It's grandiose, but it's stupid.
Like a paper clip that's like 10 tons or something, you know?
Grandiose. That's modern art. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not really a fan of modern art. Me neither,
because it's like, I need to then think that, I need to think about the guy making the thing, and he was in his backyard.
I remember when I started comedy, like when I started becoming an artist, I was really depressed, and I was like, what is beauty? And it was really stressing me, and like, what is beauty? Like I would look at him like, is she beautiful? Is she not beautiful? I would look at a painting. Is that beautiful? I couldn't figure out what was beauty, because I think I was just so deeply sad.
Yeah.
I remember I was speaking with one of the comics. He said, you just know. Like, you'll know.
Yeah.
When you see, be like, oh yeah, that's beautiful.
It also like what you're thinking in that moment. It reflects on how you feel in that moment. So it kind of numbs what you're feeling, or so you don't know. It's not necessarily that you don't know. It's just that in that moment you're fried. You know, you're fried.
I was fried.
I'm hungry.
I was all doing a lot of
ketamine.
No mushrooms. Okay, look at the cute.
Nice little babies here.
So cute. When are you gonna have a baby, Gabe?
I don't know. That's my baby. The Zoom record.
Yeah, the battery's about to die.
I have more batteries.
Is that your baby?
No, that's not gonna die.
But if the battery dies, did we lose everything?
No, but it's not gonna die. I have new batteries. Don't worry.
Yeah, but let's say the battery dies.
Did we lose anything?
Lives itself?
No, it's happened before. For me, and I've been able to recover it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like it's kind of like a coin toss, where it's like, I'm saving that, and then it's like, too late. That was a good. I don't know what that was, but if I can like get paid to do that.
You know what I love about this podcast is that you and I, there's no is there's no censor. Do you feel you censor yourself?
Sensory? Oh, censor.
You don't censor yourself.
I censor some parts.
Okay.
But
to me, no. But when you're talking to me, do you feel
on the
like
podcast?
Right now, are you thinking before talking, or you just talking?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
That's that. Yeah. And I realized this is a good thing to have, but it morphs. I went to a store. I wanted to buy something, and there was a lady, an old lady. She's walking next to me, and she's like, "Good thing you told them." There was a car that was parked, and I told them, "Oh, guys, you can move over there. There's free parking." I'm like, "Oh, maybe they spooked her when they parked their car, so she was spooked by them because she was like, there's really bad drivers." And when an old lady talks to me, I'm like, yeah. And then I just keep walking. Yeah. And then we got into the store together, and she kept like, "Stupid, can't drive." Like I'm like, oh, she's mumbling. And then I realized, oh, this is mumbling is never like, "Oh, I love life. Life is great." No, it's always negative. There's no happy mumbling.
It's always like schizophrenic.
The sky's on fire. Can't drive. I'm like, man,
driving my asshole.
The hell that you must live.
Yeah.
Where you're like, no one listens to me anymore, so I gotta mumble to myself.
Yeah.
All the atrocities to the world.
But you probably mumble to yourself or talk to yourself when you're stressed. You're thinking.
I
go like, "God damn you, goddamn mouse."
I only talk to myself when I'm working out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, let's say I'm doing like some crazy calisthenic thing.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Amber, come on.
Oh, okay, that's
come on, you.
That's a hardcore.
Then I drop the F word. Come on.
You got Goggins in your blood.
Come on, be strong.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah.
Boats.
That's do I talk to? No, but I'm as I get older, I'm realizing like, oh, dark thoughts are coming. Get ready, Amber. You're in a grumpy mood. Get ready.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't let it define me as much.
No.
Like it's
Yeah.
State of mind type of
I
day.
find like I'm so used to
sucking cock.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm so used to it.
Everybody.
I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so used to sucking cock. It's so funny.
Used to it. Got him, guys. Oh, high five, everybody. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
But no, things will turn out good. It's also going to be winter soon, which is actually
what are you
fucking
gonna do?
insane.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Your whole personality is based on summer.
It
is October. You're wearing a shirt that people wear in Miami in July.
You want to know why? I ripped all my pants doing that dumb joke. I have 3 pairs of pants. All I have is a green pair of pants. And I haven't had the time to go downtown to
Can you post the joke right now? Just post the joke so we know what you're talking about.
Oh, I do a squat in the joke.
Just post it. Post it if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And we still have a video of when you ripped it, no?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I think I put a finger in the hole.
Yeah. Dude, so funny. So I did the Don't Tell show on Friday.
Yeah, how was that?
It was, dude, okay, so it was at the Art Loft.
Yeah.
It was as if the Art Loft was filled with people who weren't high.
Wow.
It was the best.
Cool.
Yeah. And so then the next day I did the West Island show. And then I was like talking to the crowd or whatever. And some of the audience was like, they were also at the Don't Tell show. And they mentioned, they were like, something like, "Oh, I've seen that joke yesterday."
Oh, they were at Don't Tell?
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, okay, then you tell it. He's like, "I can't." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "It's a lot of squatting." And I'm like,
damn, right at the top, you open with that. And the guy already like, I know that joke. Oh,
so funny.
That's my biggest fear, by the way. I hate when people are like, "Oh yeah, I saw you." I'm like, "Ah, damn it, which joke did I do
okay. I fucked with him. Like, I just made it fun, and then I did another. I did a joke I didn't do that night.
I bought pants today. I bought them on Amazon.
Oh, cool.
Because 34 is getting exactly... Dude, you see this pair?
Yeah.
I've been wearing this pair for like 3 years.
Wow.
I have 36, 35, 34...
33?
32. I couldn't find my 33, so I bought 33. I don't know where it went. I think I ripped it, so I threw them away. So I bought 33 because I keep...
Oh, good.
I keep melting.
That's great. What do you had, like 210?
212.
Oh,
212 point something,
son,
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
237 in July. 212 now. And I'm eating a lot. Like, I'm eating to my heart's desire.
And you're, like, walking, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still walking. I enjoy walking. Yeah. I went for a walk yesterday. Mm-hmm. I'm doing my calisthenics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, sorry. I was thinking about something sad. I swear to God, it's so funny.
Gabe is so ADD right now. I don't know why.
So
I appreciate his high energy. I love it.
I was listening. So I listened to 3 Anthony Bourdain books in a week.
Wow.
Oh, dude, this guy, he's I'm surprised how angry. He's like one of the most angriest guys ever.
Really?
Despite his success and stuff, he's like
Like petty or angry?
I think
Like,
he's
fuck these fucking
yeah.
Or like I hate dude. Like what?
petty. Like he's
Okay.
petty. Like he has a whole chapter based on people he thinks suck. Which is like not that like I like his first 2 books because the third book you could tell like oh he's depressed, right? He's actually because he was talking about after the success of his first book and he was started his new TV show, his marriage fell apart.
His what?
His marriage fell apart because he was on the road like the whole year.
And you didn't want to take her with him?
I think he spoke about why he like apparently they had like big huge issues and stuff and so he got like whatever divorced and then he basically lived in the Dominican Republic on a small island
Yeah.
like just by himself getting wasted every day, like seemed like the worst life, like going to brothels every night,
Getting drunk, going to brothels?
eating delicious food
Add a
every
shisha, and I'll be like, you know, if there's a hookah bar not far from those islands.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
He's mentioned that, you know. And then he said there was on the island, there was this pirate radio station. It was like this radio station ran by this expat dude.
yeah.
And it had the funniest selection of music. It would either be the most like best, most obscure, most coolest music ever, or the worst, most like hokiest pop that like he would hate. And on the way home, he would drive home drunk from the brothels and the bars. And he was driving on the side of a mountain. And he said he let go of the wheel. And he would say, depending on what the next song is, if it's a good song I like, I'll save myself. Or if it's a bad song, I'll let myself die.
Anthony, why are you so... what's your-
Right? And so it would be, he was it was the most like heartbreaking thing to hear. He was like about, and they played a song he liked, and he's like, all right.
See, when I hear that, I'm like, I'm happy he died.
Yeah, you're right. He was
Because
meant
I'm like,
to
dude,
die.
seriously, like, how much do you love/hate yourself? You
I-
shouldn't love or hate yourself that much. Either way.
I think he,
Either way, it's too much.
yeah, I think
Focus on something else.
I think he couldn't get over the fact that life was a series of disappointments and sadness.
That's life. Everything life.
I know. That's what I was thinking the same. That's what life. I don't know why
You thought it would be different?
I don't know why he thought that because he compared it to when he was a kid and he watched the movie Old Yeller. And he thought like everything's gonna turn out great, and the movie turned out like to be very realistic. The kid ends up killing his own dog, and it's not really like a Disney movie. It's like kind of dark, and he's like, so he was kind of like thinking like, and his whole life was a series of that, him up heroin.
Yeah, but
coke.
the heights he achieved.
I don't.
No,
Yeah,
that's it. When
he's
I
a
hear,
broken
like,
dude.
Oh, the song is gonna decide if I'm gonna live or die. I'm like, dude, what do you think? You're not a character in a movie. You're
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You write a character where a guy does this. You don't have to
No.
do it yourself. That would be my advice. Like, because here's what I'm also noticing.
Mhm.
That, like, for example, yesterday I had a fantastic set.
Mhm.
I was at the showcase.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh my God.
Hosting the hella.
It was
Yeah, it was fun.
possibly one of the best nights we ever had.
Really?
So, and then I went for my walk, and I was feeling good because I had a great set. Then I got, I smoked a little bit of weed, and I went for my walk, and I'm like, man, I'm so good. This is so fun. Then I realized, like, oh, my happiness is heightened
Yeah.
by the fact that I did well.
I know.
Nothing really changed.
No.
So if I can apply the same theory when I'm sad,
Yeah.
I'm just heightening. I'm worsening how sad I
Yeah.
am. So I just have to remember, whatever I'm feeling, it's in my nature. I guess I exaggerate, whether maybe when I smoke weed, I exaggerate
Yeah.
either sides, good or the bad. Like, nothing changed.
Mhm.
So I just have to remember that.
Yeah.
Think about something
Yeah.
else, and you'll stop being happy, and
No.
you'll stop being sad.
I know. I think he was just broken dude.
I think he was, yeah.
'Cause he-
it's a shame, so much talent, you know.
I guess so. He was a good writer. That's. I don't know what
He was a good talker. I don't know if
Yeah.
was he a good writer, because he was a good talker.
He's a great writer. Really.
Yeah?
Not a great. He's a really good writer. Like it was.
How do you define a good writer?
It sounds like almost. I don't know. Like it's like I could listen to it forever. You know, and like and it flows because I have listened to books where people say this guy's the best writer ever, and it's like. It's unbearable, you know. You're like, this. Even if the story's good, it's like clunky. I don't know. It's just
There's
weird.
people. I
Yeah.
hear them say, "Oh, this guy's a great writer," and I hear what they're saying. I'm like, "Oh, his use of words is impeccable.
Mhm.
However, the ideas that he brings out to the table, not impressed,
Yeah.
not blown away."
Yeah.
There's people I know. There's comedians we know like, "Oh, this guy's a fantastic writer." I'm like, "Yeah, but his ideas are." Either cliche or they're not
Yeah.
interesting. So
Yeah.
I never know when people say he's a good writer. Like, are his ideas
I
capturing or his style capturing?
think he So he wrote his first book, Kitchen Confidential, out of just not desperation, out of like he had nothing. He wrote it basically for other chefs and waiters, basically, because he didn't think anybody would read it. So he was just very, very, very honest. And he's also very good at writing his thoughts down in a way that's entertaining and funny.
Okay.
And like kind of like tell a crazy
and
good story.
does he view the world in an interesting way?
Yeah.
So he has both.
Yeah.
He had interesting ideas,
and he's really
his
good
style
at
is
thinking
great.
back to where he was and how he is now and comparing it and then like a lot of like comparison with where he is and how he's doing now, and like because he was a terrible presenter on TV. He was horrible. I watched his first season of his show. It was him. He barely spoke. He was all like nervous the whole time. And then eventually he got better. He just practiced at
The
it.
brothels and the drinking. All right, I know what to do. Apparently he killed himself because after his divorce, he hooked up with a younger lady.
Oh, yeah.
And she cheated on him.
Oh, wow.
And it was like really embarrassing.
Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that. I didn't read that book.
I don't think
It was in the middle of
it stops. And then I got a rope and I put it around my neck. You're like, what happened?
Yeah. Oh.
That's the ending of the book.
Yeah, I stopped. I don't think I'll read another one of his books.
Thank you for listening to Audible. This was an Audible production.
That's so funny. And you know what's funny? He predicted the you know how like the food trend now, it's like kind of like cheaper food, but like, you know what he predicted? He predicted how expensive hamburgers were going to become.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a fashion. It's going to go down.
But he predicted in 2008. He was like, because he saw the way fine dining was going so ridiculous, and he saw the way meat companies were like kind of price gouging and using worse and worse like ingredients, worse cows, mixing like different things, and he saw how like all the companies were like coming together and agreeing this is how we should do it. And because of that, like the good meat, the meat that isn't like from 10,000 cows allegedly, is the meat that you would pay $25 for. But I think in a place like you go to a pub, you're paying $22 for a burger, it's gonna be it's gonna be some frozen anyway.
Yeah.
But in 2008 it was like that. There was more integrity, I guess. Now it's like you're paying $23 for a burger that you can buy at probably go for like $5 or something, you know. So
that's
you can't eat hamburgers anymore.
Well, here's the thing: hamburgers, it's so cooked, and there's so many things that at the end you're like, There's that one place, Burger Deville. Last time I had a burger.
Not bad. I like Burger Deville because he said like a really good burger, like if it's from meat, you can cook it the way you want to cook it. You don't need to do it well done. You can just eat it. There won't be all these diseases in it because you can cook it like kind of like a steak.
And burgers, another thing, like at the beginning, maybe 5 years ago, it was thick patties.
Yeah.
And now, it's smash burger. Why? Because once it's smashed,
you
don't really taste the beef.
Yeah.
It's crunchier.
It's just the fucking
it's
toppings.
just texture. Exactly. It's the beef toppings. Becomes like a topping instead of like the main thing of the meal.
Yeah.
The main thing of the burger.
And he's like, I predict that in 10 years it'll be like some small little hole in the wall guy only making one thing, and then it'll be like $10 gnocchi or whatever.
Yeah, and it's kind of like this now.
Yeah.
The place you're like, this is really good.
Yeah, they make one thing.
There's so many few places where I go and I eat. I'm like, this is. There's a couple places. I told you my theory, like a restaurant.
Yeah, you go too few. Yeah.
If it's in a Jewish neighborhood, that restaurant will succeed. If a restaurant succeeds in a Jewish neighborhood, that restaurant is good.
Okay, that's cool.
Because it can be bad, it can be expensive, and it will never succeed. Talked about that, no?
No. You told me that not your theory, but your preference. You say I'll go to 4 restaurants, I order the hits,
So, I have a theory that if you want to go to a restaurant, find the Jewish neighborhood in your city and find the restaurant that's been open there the longest. Because Jewish people, from what I know about them, is that they demand quality and they're not going to pay a lot. Because we could just eat at home. So once you have these 2 ingredients, the restaurants will thrive.
Yeah.
And there's a restaurant I go to. It's a Thai place on Monkland.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's good, huh?
Delicious. Good prices.
Yeah.
Great quality. And that's why it's been open for like 25 years.
A lot of those restaurants on that are pretty good. I haven't been... There's Lucille's. I've never been to.
There's
Orange
Tavern.
Yeah, the Tavern. That's what I meant. Sorry.
I've been there. Tavern is pretty good.
Yeah.
They have to be good to survive.
Yeah,
Tavern is more expensive.
Yeah.
I told you once I went on a date to that Tavern place, and it was a really hot girl. It's funny. I met her at a show. It was like a roast. It was a heckling show, and it was so mean.
At the Tavern?
No. I did a show,
Oh.
and this is where she was there,
Oh,
and it
okay.
was so mean.
Kardashian show.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
not Kardashian. I think it was Mullen show.
Okay.
I think it's been like 10 years ago,
Mhm.
and it was so mean. So, like when I have carte blanche to be mean and misogynistic, I thrive.
Mhm.
I was so mean, and the meaner I got, the
Yeah.
more. She was a fitness model,
Mm.
gorgeous, so hot, natural, and fit body.
Yeah.
So I pick her up, we go. She looks at me like, oh, it's a Mazda. I'm like, it's an odd.
Wait a minute.
It's an odd thing
Hey,
to say.
what do you want to say?
Okay.
Mazda? What's wrong with a Mazda?
We get to the restaurant. We sit down. We order whatever. The guy comes. He said, "Do you want pepper in your food?" She's like, "Yes." So he's putting pepper, and then she's like, "Enough." He said, "I said enough." I'm like, "Oh, that's."
Oh, you're going hell, lady.
I can't.
Terrible. Oh no.
I can't. You're rude.
Oh.
You're rude to the wait staff.
Over pepper. Come on, you're she pepper?
No, she was white. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I meant like French or.
No, I think she was Russian.
Whoa.
Jewish Russian, I think. Yeah.
Damn.
I think.
Best of both worlds.
I think she was. I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh, we made out a little, and then yeah,
It
she's
still
hot.
worked out a little bit. You're like,
Nah.
eh.
And then we start messaging each other, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, you're mean.
Because the thing is, she was so hot that my brain like, it's okay.
Yeah, deal with it.
And then, but this I'm like, oh, I'm getting old. I can't let that stuff. I can't.
Oh, that's so wild.
So no model for me.
Well,
Wah, wah, wah.
I mean, you know what? If you could have done it, it's like you did it.
No. Nah, it's okay.
Okay, you're right.
It's okay. I don't feel bad.
No, me
I don't
neither.
feel bad. It was just disappointing.
Mm.
You're like, oh, why can't you be perfect physically and mentally?
Yeah, and nice.
Isn't that tough? It's
It
very
is.
tough to
It's
master.
impossible.
Is it that hard? Everyone
It is.
knows you're supposed to be polite to wait staff on a especially
Guess
on a
so.
date.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
It's
but-
like you're not supposed to drive on the left lane.
Yeah.
These are things.
Oh.
The guy was gonna steal
He's-
my camera.
Imagine you're like you're not supposed to drive in the left lane. He's like, I'll do what I want.
So you know what I mean? There's rules that everyone knows.
Yeah.
You don't do the speed limit on the left lane. You're not rude to
Yeah.
the wait staff on a
Yeah.
first date. Everyone knows that, and yet
I know. That's sad.
it's okay.
Sorry.
Sometimes in life, the exterior beauty
Mhm.
and the interior beauty don't match.
No.
What you gonna do?
I know.
What you gonna do?
I always think about that.
Nah,
Like for me.
nah, you're nice. You're just retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
am.
I hate yeah, Gabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gabe is my least favorite Gabe ever.
Okay, next subject. No,
Hey, look at this really high rise. Did you know that these
Oh.
windows can open?
No way.
Open windows, man. Look.
9/11 style?
Wait, what?
You remember how
Oh
they
my
got
god!
the
Imagine if we were like, and then.
and then there was like people waving their t-shirts out the window.
Oh man, they would find mugs in the our good night mugs.
Oh no.
Dude, that'd be crazy. That's because look, they kind of look alike. They're tall. That would be a great. You know what I mean?
What is it? This is a house?
No, this it's one of those offices where like accountant and money
Wow.
laundering and lawyers.
That's crazy.
It's just a bunch of businesses. I've been to a few buildings like this.
yeah.
It's just a bunch
It's weird.
of businesses.
It's weird.
It's just money.
There's a lot
Well,
of
it's
construction going on in Montreal. Everything's glass down here.
Yeah, we are in the financial. I think
Yeah.
this is a hotel.
That's
I
good.
think that this is the Marriott,
Wow.
I believe.
Looks nice.
And this
Is that a museum?
it's a bank, I believe. This
Oh.
is like a building for a bank. One of these two buildings, I believe it's for a bank. But yeah, this is a financial district. It's true. Everything is made of glass.
Yeah.
Just this is dude,
Toronto
this is,
style.
this is the prison for high level slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a
It's like-
high level slave,
it's
you
like
get
their
the
pyramid.
comfort of a high level slave,
Yeah.
but you have to wear.
Who's the master?
Oh, there's like 10, 15 people. The
But like, are they
billionaires.
enjoying their time?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, buddy.
Or are they always
Dude,
like stressed?
Just so you know.
Do they need to is their boss just God at that point?
Sorry?
'Cause,
No,
like-
no. They think
like
they're
God,
God.
like they're like-
Dude, they're pharaohs.
Yeah.
Pharaohs thought that they are God or they were chosen by God.
But you watch a movie,
Yeah.
every pharaoh is mad. They're always like, off with his head, or oh God, and it's all
because
these.
it's all about power. I think once
Yeah.
you attain a certain level, it's just protect my power.
Yeah.
You know, I ascended, or my parents
Yeah.
ascended.
You
or
think you
my
would have a bunch
great-parents.
of managers? The pharaohs would have managers that deal with all the petty stuff. You know, like Moses came and he's like,
Yeah.
let my people go. Why is he talking to the pharaoh? Why isn't he talking to the manager?
Yeah, I guess the PR.
The PR department.
PR department.
The HR department.
Like, okay, you know what? Talk to us first. The lawyers. Well, because if you want lawyers, you need to get Jewish
Yeah,
lawyers.
yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't have good lawyers.
Didn't have any lawyers.
He had
It's
Egyptian
true.
lawyers.
They were doing construction. wrong side of the fence.
No, dude, trust me. Billionaires are having the. You understand? There's expressions that I think about. I'm like, oh, you have to be so rich to have thought of it. You know, the expression like, I slept like that on a bed of roses.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that that expression exists, bed of roses,
Yeah.
that mean someone who was so rich is like, I want to sleep on rose petals.
Okay.
You know how rich you
Yeah.
have to be? Let's
Yeah.
say in
A rose-
in the year 500.
One rose is like $20. Oh no! Back then it was
Back-
like
you understand?
you needed to like
So you get thousands
Scalp
of
the earth.
roses.
yeah.
Like just to have a bed of roses.
Mm.
People now are richer than back then.
So
just
funny.
to give you an idea.
I'm so poor. I was thinking roses on top of the bed.
No, it's
It's made
you
of
make like one of the emperor of Rome. I forgot his name. He had a bath. You can visit it now in a museum. It's a humongous bath,
Mhm.
and apparently he had a full bunch of mechanisms, or just slaves would rotate the water or whatever.
Make a
and-
jacuzzi.
And yeah, and then like there's heat that would go to the marble. It was humongous. And during that time,
Yeah.
slavery was like completely like, oh yeah, of course I have slaves. So you have some people
Yeah.
underground just turning like something
Damn.
just so people could enjoy the view.
You think that like you would sacrifice a little bit of comfort?
No,
Isn't that
is the thing
crazy?
that people sacrifice the least.
That's too bad.
Look at it. We have an iPhone made by slaves.
Oh.
We don't sacrifice at all. It's the thing. It's the thing that we no one sacrifices. Is comfort.
Oh God, you're right.
Why? Because we all want to get laid with beautiful women.
Yeah.
And beautiful women require comfort.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about pussy. Every guy he wants to. We're all monkeys that want to
Yeah.
copulate.
Hey, speaking of monkeys, did you see the trailer for the new? His name is Robbie Williams, the singer.
Yeah.
You see the new
I
trailer?
was so scared we're gonna go with like monkeys and like movie about
12 Years a Slave or whatever. Dude,
where is he? Where is he going with this?
no, but like Robbie Williams is coming out with a biopic. It's like a musical.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's instead of him or whatever, a kid, it's a CGI monkey. And it's a story of his life.
As a monkey.
It's the most oddest thing. He's singing. It's him like it's like a musical, and he's like, and it's
just a monkey.
It's like a chimpanzee
It's a monkey.
with clothes
Yeah?
and stuff. Yeah.
It's like a cartoon.
Everyone else is real except for the monkey, and it looks like a real monkey. It's like Planet of the Apes, but like inverse.
I'm not sure if you're lying to me of this history.
Dude, this is nothing like that Satellites with the Sun. This is a real movie that's coming out. I was like, huh? And everyone was like, looks pretty good. It looks like a good like musical if you're into musicals. It's Robbie Williams music.
Remember talking about nostalgia?
Yeah.
She's gonna every single
Yeah.
person, because I used to love Robbie
Mhm.
Williams, you know? It's like Oasis now making a comeback.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, then my nostalgia
know.
boner. Every single man in his 30s and 40s right now has a huge heart on. I feel bad for every single girlfriend in the world right now. Oh wait, live forever. I'm cool. I am. Noel, bro. I'm Noel.
You're Noel,
I'm
yeah.
Noel. That being said, by the way, when you do our live pod,
Mhm.
I want to reproduce the poster.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Of Liam and Noel, like half our faces.
Yeah, half our faces on the
and
sides.
like good night live recording.
Yeah, dude, Noel. I like that name, Noel.
Noel. Yeah, you could name your son Noel.
Maybe
You're gonna marry
Noel
eventually.
O'Massey.
Noel O'Massey.
Noel O'Massey.
Noel O'Massey.
It needs to be like, what's my name? Gabriel?
Noel O'Massey.
No, it's
I think it would be a cool name. Noel O'Massey.
And if it's a woman, Sorchi.
Sorti?
Sorchi. You
Sorchi?
ever hear that name, Sorchi?
Sochi, like the city that hosted the Olympics?
I think it's like Soarche. Sorchi.
Sochi O'Massey. By the way, is Claire one of those that no, our son must have two names?
No. What, like middle name?
Yeah, no, but like, let's say your wife's name is Banana.
Okay.
Okay, do you like your son is gonna be a Noel Banana Omasi?
No, I think probably not. I
Or
don't
is
know.
she
We
like-
never really spoke about that.
She's
actually.
old school, like her dad, her mom.
Yeah, her
Like,
mom's a
does
good.
Claire have two last names?
No.
So I'm assuming maybe
She's not Dan Kessler and Demore.
Yeah. So okay, so I guess you're gonna have one last name.
Yeah, or
Omasi.
whatever.
Noel Omasi. That'll be cool.
Noel Massey. I like her last name too, but whatever. Oh, Massey's cool. Some Japanese. Everybody growing up would be like, "Oh, Massey."
I thought it was O apostrophe Massey.
Yeah, like
You know, if you could just put an apostrophe in your name, that's it. Officially, you're white. That's it. No one is ever gonna guess.
That's cool.
All it's missing is the.
They would know though. I don't have freckles or anything.
You don't know.
There's no freckles.
It's okay. Your great grandpa was a Maharaja who immigrated to London. You know, when it was called Hindustan.
He's from Alexandria, so.
You know what I mean? You could have Indian blood. I could see you like
Yes.
Indian plus
Titty
like
Mundi?
3-4 generations of. Did you say titty monkey?
Titty Mundi? Isn't that an Indian word?
Titty Mundi?
I don't know.
I don't know. I heard something very interesting. I heard George Carlin say this. That he's like, I call natives. I don't like the word natives. I call them Indians because that's their name. Okay. People say, oh, because it's India. No. Back then, India wasn't called India. It was called Hindustan.
Oh.
India comes from like in Deus, which means like in God or God's people. In Deus became Indian.
Oh, I thought people would say Hindustan, like, you know how like Trump called it the Wuhan flu or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was like similar. People were just being like racist.
It was called it was Bombay, and it was
Yeah.
called Hindustan. That was the
Bombay.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if it's true.
That's pretty cool.
So like, there's Indian is
Yeah.
it just happens to be the same.
Mhm.
It's like Turkish people like, oh, stop calling the animal turkey. You know what I mean? They're not related.
No.
But you know what's called turkey?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So wait, let me remember the story. I forgot it. It's so they had like a chicken, and it was coming from Turkey. So it's called pul. Oh wait, what?
Pulmuye?
Wait. I forgot. You know what? Scratch that story. I
that's
don't
okay.
because they basically
Should I ask ChatGPT?
it's turkey from India. So poulet dinde,
Okay.
and then it just became dinde in French. You know
Dinde?
dinde,
Like
dinde, like the
like
turkey in
turkey.
French.
Okay.
It's
Like
dinde.
You know how I know it's Den from the deli?
Okay,
Like Subway.
dinde, so dinde. I
Dinde.
think it's called poulet dinde,
Yeah. Sochi.
and then so it became dinde.
Okay. Turkey?
Hey, turkey dinde, whatever.
Turkey Dan.
How long have you been
I'm
recording?
gonna name my son Turkey Dan.
Turkey
What's up,
Dan?
Turkey Dan?
Turkey dinde.
Turkey Dan Kessler Demore.
What a name, Damour.
Yeah.
We know a guy, his last name is Damour.
Yeah.
Of love.
Yeah.
Of love, baby.
Dan
Damour.
Kessler Demore. And he's always like, don't say Dan Kessler Demore when you introduce me.
No?
And I'm always
That
like, Dan
always-
Kessler Demore!
He never told me that. That's how I always introduce
Yeah.
him, is Dan
He's
Kessler
like,
Damour.
don't do that. I was like, and I forget.
Oh, really? He said, don't. What does he want?
I think just Dan Kessler.
Okay.
I don't know why. He just said, like, oh, just.
He never told me this.
No, I don't
Not
think he
once.
actually gives a
He never once.
He just maybe told me once.
Oh, okay.
And then I think he just realized that nobody is listening to what he says. I watched a little bit of that, the Menendez brothers.
What is that?
They like two brothers
Yeah.
who like are naked and then they kill their parents
Oh.
for money. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's like, you know, like these.
Their parents were rich?
Yeah, really rich, like in the movie business, I think, or music business. And it's like, I wish it was a documentary. It's like a drama, right?
Oh.
And like, it's all these Netflix TV shows, they're so over the top. Like, let's say they're like, the scene is they're in back of the car and they're like angry. Instead of him being like, God damn it, he's like, God damn it. Ah, that's like every Netflix thing. Or like, it's a scene where like they're drinking champagne. He's not just drinking champagne, he's pouring it all over his body, going,
Because they don't hire the best actors for these things.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
what,
right?
They can't afford to hire.
Subtlety.
But you know
slight-
what? Even big actors,
Yeah.
sometimes they do this. I watched a movie yesterday. It's so funny you brought it up. It's called Hostiles.
Okay, yeah.
It's about it's with Christian Bale. He plays the role of like a southern general or whatever, and he has to transport an indigenous chief from the south all the way to the north because he was dying of cancer or whatever, and he doesn't want to do it. And there's a scene where like his boss tells him like, Christian Bale, you need to take this chief who was your sworn enemy during that war with the indigenous. You have to take him. The guy's like, I won't do it. Like, no, you have to do it. It's a president order. And then there's a scene. I'll send it to you. There's a scene where he's like, he's outside. He throws his gun on the ground. He touches the stove. He's like, I'm like,
it's too much.
Okay, what happens? He's like, all right.
He's having a tantrum. He's like a baby. He's like,
and then there's thunder and lightning behind him, and you're like, this is too much.
Was this in the 90s?
2016.
Damn.
That movie has the best panorama. What do you call it? Like here, this is our background. It's a
panorama, right? Yeah, it's like
the scene, the
landscape.
Scenery, the landscape is magnificent, guys. If you like beautiful landscape, I was blown away by the landscape. I think it's filmed in New Mexico. I had to Google it. Like,
that's cool.
Where is this nature?
New Mexico. That's
blown away.
Yeah,
Gabe, I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah. No, I'm digging it.
Like some of the most beautiful landscapes I have ever seen. Yeah, and you could tell the camera's like, I want to capture this.
Yeah,
so he's just standing, and you're like, what the?
Yeah.
I need to go there. I need to go there.
Yeah, right. New Mexico looks cool. Yosemite looks.
Where?
Yosemite.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that would be a dream.
I did Yosemite Park. I did the Grand Canyon, Death Valley. Yeah, it's very fun. I drove all across these. Wow. And one day I went from the desert heat of like a Grand Canyon, to the peak mountains.
Whoa!
Like it was snowing.
You're like removing layers as you're driving.
Same day.
Wow,
bro, from
that's
like
cool.
60 degrees in the summer, like on the soil, and then you go up the mountain, and there's like
cold.
snow.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, the car is slippery because it has summer tires.
Yeah.
And you see gigantic trees.
Whoa!
Some of the biggest trees I have ever seen. It sucks. I was so young, I couldn't. And also, you know me. If I go with people, they're way more interested in the trees. So I was like, I was just hanging out with Guillaume and my friends with whom I went there. But now if I would go, I would just be me and the tree.
That'd be cool.
I want to re-experience everything I did alone.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll fund it.
Guys, join our non-existing Patreon. Just buy tickets to our show.
Yeah, come to our show because we're very funny together and on stage, and then we have funny acts all the time on.
And now Gabe is like becoming super famous on TikTok and Instagram.
Don't worry.
Hopefully people are going to come.
Yeah, they will. They'll recognize this face. They'll be like,
it's that guy that we don't know his name because he refuses to tell us his name.
Yeah, just call me Sugar Sammy.
Just come to the show, guys. Come to the show. It's every Tuesday, 8:30 at the M Bar Hotel. And
great management.
October
25th.
25th. Club at Water.
Yeah.
We got Robert. I think his name is the young Jew. He's very funny, coming from Toronto. Nice. We got Rob Morgan from Ottawa.
Oh, another
Rob. We got, I believe, Wasim is closing.
Oh, that's great.
We have Paul Baluya, the very funny guy. And I think we have someone else that I forgot who it is.
And the day before, we're going to be in Kimchi, Ontario.
Kimchi, is that the word?
Is that the name of it? Kimchi?
I think it's Kipipi.
Kipipi.
Kiss Pipi. We're going to be in Kiss Pipi. Kiss Pipi.
Sochi.
We're going to be in Sochi.
Sochi.
And Sochi, Russia. So yeah, guys, come watch us. I have new jokes. I've been doing very well. More jizz and Jews for your entertainment. And Gabe, come see him rip more pants.
Yeah.
And all right, that's enough, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Enjoy. We love you. Bye, Eugene. I love you.
Everybody's